Welcome, respected Shrota Sadhakas. Grow. And making use of it. Finally, the most important one, just once in a while, we are doing, although it has to be done round the clock. That time also will come. But whatever the present position we are in, because of the Brahma Tattva Krupa, to him also acknowledgements, gratitudes, prayers, making use of that thought that I have to identify with the Brahma Tattva continuously. Now, are we working hard? Are we inspired and dynamic? Have we decided to be the sadhaka? Are we regular in our shrotrutva? Are we the mumukshu strong? Jignasu strong? Is the bhakta in us is strong? Is the sishya in us? Is he very strong, consistent or not? Viragi, how far he has reached? Are we aware of the responsibilities of ours in society, world, and are we fulfilling them without expecting any rewards? So too, the Sanatana Dharma, are we feeling proud of it and doing our bit to spread it? These 11 plus 6 things we have to remember. What a beautiful Shastra we have taken up for study, Sri Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayan. Big 6 needs lot of patience, attentiveness, but the one who can do this, the information given here is of immense help. The way the Shastra is teaching us is making us think completely unbiased way and understand the limitations of the outer world and the upadhis and get detached from both of them. Keep the heart mind free for the higher pursuit, for the listening of Tattva Gnana, retaining that and using that Tattva Gnana, reach to that Tattva Atma Anubhuti and get moksha. Very direct, very clear. There is no ambiguity, confusion at all. So beautiful is this Shastra. We are into the first Vairagya Prakaranam, 20th Sarga. Sri Rama is doing the YUVA VIGARHANAM for us. Let us learn from him. We have started 2 days back, little few shlokas we saw. We continue today. Om 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 Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharushibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhya Yairime Gurumihi Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakhyatāh Sarva Vedantāh Yogaः Bhakti Jnana Sadhanaः Tān Nityam Pranatosmyaham. Om Abhadam Dhataram Sarva Sampadam Lokabhiramam Shri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane Pujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakam Vande Valmiki Kokilam Valmikir Munisimhasya कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को नयाति पराङ्गतिं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे यश्चक्रे तम्बोधाम्बुनिधिं तपस्वि मुकुटालङ्कारचिन्तामणिं विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम् तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरभिकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि आदि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोध श्रुति स्मृति पुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवत भागवत ऋषिमुनि गुरु देवता दर्शनानुग्रह साधना प्राप्ति सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः मोक्ष मार्गाणां समस्त साधना प्रक्रियाणां गुरु शिष्य भक्त भगवत परंपराणां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां पूर्णायुरारोग्यादि शक्ति संपदादि प्राप्ति बाह्यभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापना कार्ये निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्री राम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम आश्रमाणाम पुण्यक्षेत्राणाम विश्वविद्यालयानां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु नित्य निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन साधना यज्ञयागादि उपासनादीनां द्वारा देवतानां गुरूणां कृपया विश्वे धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थ प्रचारेण विश्वरक्षणा पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थं भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य ये शत्रवः बाह्याभ्यन्तराः तेषां सर्वेषां समूल निर्मूलनार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योगवासिष्ठ महा रामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री योगवासिष्ठ महारामायणं प्रथम प्रकरणं वैराग्य प्रकरणं मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे अवनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभाति अवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। अथ विंशतितमः सर्गः। श्रीराम उवाच युवावस्था विगर्हणं we are seeing. We have seen yesterday shloka number 6. What was said here in that? महानरक बीजेन संतत भ्रमदायिना यौवनेन न ये नष्टाः नष्टा नान्येन ते जनाः। तो महानरक बीजेन, that Yuvavastha, which is a bija for Mahanaraka, because in the Yuvavastha, all papa we do, right from troubling the parents, troubling the society, and then for the sake of enjoyments, going by all means of adharma, papa, dushtata, etc. Because of all that, the Yuvavastha is called as Mahanaraka bija. Then Santata Brahmadayina, always it makes us stay in the Brahma, in the delusion only. Never we are allowed in the youth age to turn towards the Sad Vastu, the truth, the reality. Santata Brahmadayini, the delusion of ego, the selfishness, the delusion of happiness through the friends or the outer enjoyments or the bhoga, यही रहता है हमेशा. यवनेन नये नष्टाः, those who are not destroyed by the yavana, nashtana anyanate janaha. So they will no more be destroyed by anything else, such people. So in the youth age, if we have protected ourselves, and nobody in the world can destroy us, and nobody is needed to destroy us, if we allow the Yuvavastha to destroy us by Mahanaraka Bija and Santata Brahma. So I am not interested in the Yuvavastha. Some outer charmings of being active, dynamic, doing this and that, indulgement, enjoyment, some achievements may be there. But then behind that, so many are there. In short, Mahanaraka Bija, Santata Brahmadai. So I am not interested. So this is what Rama is saying. Next one, shloka number 7. Nana Rasamayi Chitra Vruttanta Nichayombhita Bhima Yavana Bhuhuyena Tirna Dhiraha Sa Uchyate. In this shloka, the Yavana Yuvavastha is compared with the terrible forest. Yavana Bhuhu, Bhu means the jungle or forest, land of forest. Huh? Like in the forest, lot of trees having fruits of different rasa, going for them among them, which are true, real, sweet, which are poisonous, which can make our mind even pagal also. All of that we don't know. In the same way, in the Yuvavastha, Nana Rasamai, all the Nava rasas that are there of, Hasya or Raudra, Bhayanaka, Bhibatsa, all these rasas, Nana Rasamai, you know. So Pancha Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, even Antakarana is so active. So Yuva Avastha is full of rasas, not the real Jnana rasa or Atma rasa, Brahma rasa or Bhakti rasa, but Nana Rasamai, Chitta Vrutta Anta Nichaya Umbita. So Chitta, our own Chitta we know. Chitra Anta Vrutta. Anta means inside, Vrutta means thought, Chitra means variety of. Nichaya, by the accumulation of them, Umbhita, that which is filled by. Chitra, Vrutta, Anta, Nichaya, Umbhita. Inside the Vichitra Vrittis of projections or imaginations and plannings and castles, so many that are there, made, many of them are only Bhoga Sambandhi. Chitra, Vrittanta, Nichaya, Umbhita, second one. Third one, Bhima. Terrible is this Yuvavastha. इसे किसी को सुनता नहीं हो. यवन भूहु, this युवावस्था named jungle, yena tirna, those by whom it is crossed safely, not becoming prey to any of the lions, tigers type papa karma, or not becoming prey and destroyed by any of the poisonous rasa, doing the aswadana about thinking that it is tasty, en route lot of mountains may be there, valleys may be there, the quick sands may be there. युवावस्था में वो सारे होते. Safely the one who has crossed, है ना, धीरः सः उच्यते. He is called a धीर पुरुष. What is to be done is, at that age, just by listening to the Guru and God, our parents, our teachers, or our Shastra, stick to them disciplinedly. Ruthlessly reject the suggestions given by one's own mind, as well as never come under the wrong influence of the worldly people. If a youth can do these three things, never come under the influence of the outer people, ruthless in rejecting the suggestions of the mind, and completely disciplinedly obedient to follow what is said by Guru, elders, and Shastra, he can cross safely, successfully that big, thick jungle of Yuvavastha. He is called Dhira Purusha. And that is the time, if it's rightly employed for the career, for the great life, also spirituality, nothing like that. Okay? Nana Rasamai, Chitta Vrutta Anta Nichaya Umbita, Bhima, Yavanavohu, Yena Tirna, Dhiraha Saha Uchyate. The one by whom this is Yuvavastha named, jungle is crossed, Dhiraha. Naturally, na? When a terrible jungle is there, endowed with lot of dacoits, lot of wild animals, and variety of these insects, flowers, fruits, leaves, poisonous. Along with that, all these types of कल दलदल क्विकसैंड, तो कौन है वो जो इन सबको पार करके जाएगा? धीर पुरुष ही होगा ना. So too, the arrogances, the restlessnesses, the desires, the disobediences, I know everything attitudes, nobody should tell me वाला, करके दिखाता हूँ मैं, करूँगा ही मैं, कौन है मेरे को रोकने आए? These are the variety of things that happen in the Yuva Avastha and the outer temptations of so many things. Only Dhira Purusha can safely cross it. Many of them get succumbed to or victimized by any one of them. May cross, but not safely. Wounded, broken, shattered, they'll come out. Why some are there, the thing that is done in the Yuvavastha. Okay? Very rare is a government ruling 10 years without any घोटाला. Otherwise, government का अर्थ ही घोटाला. Revealed are 0.01%, unrevealed are 99.9. In the same way, few are the Dhira Purushas who cross this Yavanavastha named forest safely. Baki sab victimized. Some succumb completely, 1 or 2%. All others come out, but not safely. Wounded, all that, exhausted, all of that. कोई कोई फंसाव में फंस जाते हैं, कोई ना कोई केस में हो जाते हैं, कोई ना कोई फेल्यूर हो जाता है किसी जीवन में, कोई कुछ ऐसे नेगेटिव कर्म करेंगे. इसीलिए कहा इसको यवनमु येन तीर्णा सधीरा उच्यते. राइट. नेक्स्ट, निमेष भासुरा कालम आलोल घन गर्जितम विद्युत प्रकाशम अशिवम यौवनम में न रोचते. इन द 5 श्लोकास, like he said, no, balyam me na rochate, balyam me na rochate. Remember, here also, yavanam me na rochate, na rochate. I think 5 shlokas Bhagavan Rama says. Because of these reasons, I am not enchanted by this Yuvavastha. I am not pleased by it. I am not lost in that arrogance or pride of it. So he is rejecting. Very sublime, no? These thinkings, contemplations. Only Rama, like youngsters, can have. Others, even elders, they cannot think in this angle. डर जाते हैं, उतना दिमाग होता ही नहीं. तो one is what? Nimesha Bhasura Kalam. Nimesha, 1 minute. Bhasura, like the bright light of Lord Sun. Kalam. Only for a moment, he is bright and intelligent. Nimesha Bhasura Kalam. एक सेकंड के लिए दिमाग काम करता है. You can see the youngsters. They give some ideas, suggestions, wisdoms. They do some good things. But 1 मिनट के लिए पेरेंट्स फील हैप्पी आल्सो. मेरा बेटा ने आज ना ये काम किया, वो काम किया, और इस सब्जेक्ट में पास हो गया, ग्रेट. बाकी बाकी सब्जेक्ट क्या हुआ वो फिर अगले साल देखेगा. निमेश भासुरा कालम, है ना. देन आलोला घन गर्जितम. So his greatness is like the thundering sound of that cloud, which is for some time, but सबको डरा देता है. वो गर्जना होता है, वो मेघ का, घन का गर्जना. And his Bhasura is Alola Chanchala, like the lightning. Other one, next one. Vidyut Prakasham, like a lightning, so quickly comes and goes away, is the usefulness of this youth stupid fellow to himself and others. Other than that, Ashivam, pura life, pura yuva, Ashivam ही है because of the inner thoughts and outer indulgences. Such Yavanam, Yavavastha, may narochate. I am not interested in that. Okay. Nivesha bhasura kalam alolagana garjitam vidyut prakasham. So, like the cloud has thunderous sound and lightning. For how long? Very short time. Is the abilities in Yuvavastha more so Yuvavastha itself? है कि नहीं? कितना जल्दी ये युवावस्था because of indulgences and nidra gets spent. देखते देखते from the age of 16 we look back and turn already 35-40. 26 साल कैसे चला गया, 24 नहीं पता होता. That is also meaning of example of the cloud with lightning and thunder, which is momentous. Name rochate. I am not interested in that. So, Vimesha Bhasura Kalam, Alola Ghanagarjitam, Vidyut Prakasham, and Ashivam Yovanam. The Vivavastha Ashiva. Because of arrogance. वो पेरेंट्स को दुत्कारेगा, गुरु क्या हो तो जाएगा ही नहीं. हाउ मेनी द यंगस्टर्स इन इंडिया आउट ऑफ 140 crores, 30 crores तो होंगे. कितने गुरु के पास जाके शास्त्र तत्व सुन रहे. How many are taking care of parents? Ashivam only. How many have become gulam for the drinks, drugs, addicts to indulgences? Isn't it? That's what the meaning of Ashivam. Me narochate. I don't want that Yuvavastha. So people may praise about it, young age, youth age. मैं तो देखता हूँ उसमें अशिव है पूरा. Done. Next. Madhuram sadhu tiktam cha dushanam dosha bhushanam sura kallola sadrusham yauvanam me narochate. Yeah, he is comparing the Yuvavastha with Surapana and the Kallola created by it inside and outside. That's why it's called also, there's an idiom also, the intoxication of the youth. Yuvavastha ka mother, garva, ahankar. All these dons, gundas, ये सारे उसी अवस्था में स्टार्ट होते हैं. They learn at the age of 18, 19 by 20, then they go and then become that. Terrible. All the terrorists and all. उसी अवस्था में होते हैं. सो यहाँ कहते हैं मधुरम स्वादु, वेरी टेस्टी स्वीट. The Dhyavastha, because healthy body is there. All faculties are intact. Isn't it? And something is done, he can do it successfully. Therefore, sometime Madhuram. There is a sweetness in that Dhyavastha. And also, Madhuram is at the time of enjoyments of the objects. Madhuram Swadu at the time of Bhoga. Then Tiktam Cha. But later on, it is Tiktam in Tikha. The Hindi word came from Tiktha, is Tikha. Pungent, as you call in English. Mirchi ki tarah. So while enjoying Madhuram Swadu, but later on Tiktam. The money is spent, the humiliations gained, the health is lost. Alag alag tarah ke. So Madhuram Swadu, while indulging in the Bhoga is Madhuram, but consequently Tiktam, very pungent too. Then Dushanam. Dushanam is the worthy of censuring only, nothing great about it. But Dosha Bhushanam, it has got so many doshas, shortcomings, as the Bhushanams, the ornament. वो द वे वो चलता है, वो द वे वो 120 टू व्हीलर चलाते सबको डराने के लिए, हुक्कट मारता है कार में जाते हुए. दोषम भूषणम, चिल्लाएगा जोर से. Nuisance in public, variety of things. Dosha Bhushanam, that is why, because of these reasons, Sura Kallola Sadrusham. है ना, जो सुरा पान खाया पिया हुआ व्यक्ति कैसा कल्लोल क्रिएट करता है. He loses the sense sight of where is he, what is he. So he can do anything. सुरा कल्लोल सदृशम. If he is a driver of the vehicle, सारा vehicle खाई में गिर जाएगा. He's at home, then he'll fight with mother, father, others. He's a young married man, Yuvavastha mein, so much pain he will give to that wife and all dukha. Then in the Bahar Dunya mein bhi, Sura Kallola Sadusha, any nonsense he will do. रातों रात चिल्लाएगा कि इसको सोने नहीं देगा. In the hi-fi class, where these things are consumed more, how they behave, we don't know, but go to little middle class places and all. रात 9 बज गया मतलब every how there is shouting goes on. The husband drank and is shouting at the pitch of the voice. Sura kallola sadrusham. Is the yavana like a me narochate? सुरापान के समान रहने वाला, मधु के साथ, गर्व के साथ, अहंकार के साथ रहने वाला युवावस्था. युवावस्था में दारू पीते ऐसा नहीं. युवावस्था itself is like an intoxication. सुरा कल्लोल का सदृश है. And many times you listen this dialogue also. When somebody is shouting at the pitch of voice without seeing who is in front, उसको बोलते हुए कि दारू पे क्या है क्या तुम. That's the युवावस्था's nature is like that. He loses sight. That's upsurge of the ego and selfishness. He can't control, then anything he will do. मैं न रोचते. It's like सुरा कल्लोला. मेरे को मजा नहीं आता उसमें. This is one. Then asatyam satya sankasham achirad vipralambhadam swapnangana sangasamam yauvanam me na rochate. Asatyam, untrue, satya sankasham, appears to be truth, achirat, very soon, vipralambhanam, the cheating करने वाला है. ये so युवावस्था. And it is compared with swapna angana sangamam, means angana sanga sangamam. Swapnanga sangana samam means in the sleep or dream, some bhoga one gets. But the moment got up, all that bhoga is not at all there. तो स्वप्न भोग के समान है ये युवावस्था. असत्य सत्य संकाश, अचिरात विप्रलंबधम. विप्रलंब में चीटिंग करना, युवावस्था. Because of the things that are done in that age. So the comparison with the swapna bhoga looks like satya, but actually asatya. Yuvaavastha also, by looking to be very promising, makes us do such things by which we get cheated by our own selves. Though it is satya, asatyam, asatyam is because misusing, satya sankasham appears to be what I am doing is correct. As Avada Yuvasta, me narochate, I am not interested, Baba. See one by one thought. How true they are, how deep they are. In youth bracket, we can put highest level of ego and arrogance, the ego phantom, which thinks itself is a God. Therefore, neither God nor Guru nor Shastra nor parents nor society, nobody can put a question to him or stop him or object to him. That type of thing will be there in the Yuvavastha, me narochate. These are all the ways to educate ourselves that whenever our Manabuddhi proposes something, we should see if that proposal is followed or practiced. In how many ways we get, we lose or we lose many things. अगर नहीं सोचा ऐसे the dosha drushti, then we actually involve in them and miss so many beautiful things that we don't even remember that we have missed. We don't even acknowledge it. One of the example is जाएंगे फॉरेन में सेटल हो जाएंगे. अरे यू आर बॉर्न इन भारत माता सनातन धर्म वाला भूमि, इतना सुंदर दिव्य हजारों मंदिर लाखों रेगुलर, even in Kali Yuga they are all going on. just for the sake of some money and some comforts. Just you want to go and settle there. If this thinking is not done, then actually people go and they settle. And there they are in the Bhoga Bhumi fully. And an imaginary weekend spirituality, weekend something they do spiritual. No, other discussions don't do with me, Swami. The Americans are better than Indians, even though they do it the weekend, but they do very seriously, sincerely. India में सब सड़े हो गए लोग, कोई जाते ही नहीं मंदिर सत्संग. That is a period going on because last two generations have destroyed themselves and did the same to their children. But India ऐसा नहीं होगा. One great Mahatma will come again. Some Mahatmas again they will revive. Next to two generations, you will see they just scold all the parents and say, "You were bhogis, you made us also bhogi. तुम्हारा लानत है तुम्हारे ऊपर." Children will scold the parents. These two generation parents will be scolded. Then they become शास्त्रवादी सत्यवादी अच्छा जीवन जीने वाले बनेंगे because intelligence is growing. The growth in intelligence will have to lead to the goodness, and goodness is there only in spirituality. जो बंदा अच्छा दिमाग वाला होता है, like every intelligent fellow will be in Hinduism only. जो बेवकूफ है वही कन्वर्ट होता है, वो डरपोक है वही डरकर दूसरा रिलीजन लेता है. And somehow by mistake there are some intelligent people in other religions also. That's why they come back to Hinduism because they are intelligent. True, it is because it talks of the truth and the universality, inner and outer growth, prosperity. So we have to think. Any temptation comes, what are the losses we are getting incurred? So युवावस्था, fascination, enchantment. अरे बाबा उसमें तो ये सब है. Everything, the glitterous looks like gold, but it doesn't know all the glitters is not gold. Satya Sankasham. Then Achirad Vipralambanam. And everywhere he involves the youth and gets cheated, and whole youth, Yuvavastha itself, cheats the human being. And it is Sapnangana Sangha Samam. Sapnangana Sangha Samam. It is like Sapna Bhoga. Any of indulgent enjoyment. You think you are enjoying, the moment that dream goes away, when you wake up, there's nothing. Yavana me narochate. Rama very vehement and clear. I am not interested in this Yuvavastha. One more. Sarvasyagre sarvapumsaha kshanamatra manoharam gandharva nagara prakyam yavvanam me narochate. So, sarvasya agre sarvapumsaha. For all beings. Sarvapumsaha means for all beings. सर्वस्य अग्रे सबसे बड़ा सबसे पहले more than anything else kshanamatra manoharam. The jiva avastha appears to be manohara, but it is only kshanamatra, and it is gandharva nagara prakhyam. Gandharva nagara is a nagara seen in the clouds or in the forest or in the rivers or the snow. जहां भी जो नहीं है लेकिन नगर एक गंधर्वों का है ऐसा दिखता है. With the elephant, etc., with the people riding them, with the various people in different ornaments. They are doing dancing, singing, the musical instruments also. All of them are imagined when the clouds are formed that way. But by the time you think it's there, oh, ek हवा झोंका लगेगा, all that Gandharva Nagaram goes away. First of all, it is not Gandharva Nagaram, the cloud appears like. So this Yuvavastha also is Kshanamatra Manograhanam. Sarvasya Agre Sarva Pumsaha. For all the people, they give value importance to the Yuvavastha, and it is so Manohara they think, but it is like the Gandharva Nagara, Kshanamatra only. पहले तो क्षणमात्र होता है, दूसरा वो गंधर्व का नगर के समान वो not real also. Such यवनम में न रोचते. That is what I am not interested. Because of this reason also, the Yuvavastha. Isn't it? Actually, na, any avastha of the human life, it is with the Sharira. If we identify with that and respective corresponding bhoga that are possible in that age, if we get interested in, then that is to be censured. Otherwise, every age again has its own beauty also if it is utilized for the evolution. Balyavastha mein memory is good. Then if you learn all the Veda mantras and all, भागवत रामायण पूरा ओल्ड एज में नहीं होता हो. सो युवावस्था को उस तरह सही यूज किया जाए तो जैसे बालावस्था सारे युवावस्था में all dynamisms, abilities are there. So if you can finish all his karma yoga aspects and all services, how much punya I will gain in the Yuvavastha. In a big way, if he is doing the social services, upasanas, yajnas, this a child can't do, nor an old man. And in the old age, that gambhirata of sitting at one place, arams, and then doing the deep contemplations on the truth, upasanas of the Lord, and then praying and blessing the world with his goodwill that everything should be fantastic. ओल्ड एज का जो गंभीर रहता है मजा आता है if somebody can use it. So that way one can use them for positivity. But the context here is to get vairagya. Therefore, of each of the avastha, the dosha only are shown to us. Sarvasyagre, sarvapumsaha. For the all beings, among all the bhoga vastus that are kept in front, yuva avastha appears to be the predominant. But kshanamatra manoharam. The manoharanata of the yuva avastha, kshanamatra means the yuva avastha gets spent like a moment so quickly. Then Gandharva Nagara Prakhyam. He imagines to be so many things. बहुत अपने आप को इमेजिन करता है मैं सब जानता हूँ सब कर सकता हूँ सब पा सकता हूँ you can see the dynamics of the youngsters. But when they start doing, they don't have ability, capacity, they can't achieve. Gandharva Nagara Prakyam Yavanam Me Na Rochate. Done. Now two more close slokas. Ishu Prapata Matram Hi Sukhadam Dukha Bhasuram Daha Dosha Pradam Nityam Yavanam Me Na Rochate. So Ishu Prapata Matram Hi. Ishu Prapata Matram is what? Putting the arrow on the bow and how long you keep it and pull it and shoot it? Very microsecond only. कितना टाइम लगता है एरो शूट करने में जाकर टारगेट को लगने में. That example is given to say the time span. इशु मात्रा इशु प्रपात मात्रम ही. Today's world में the bullet from the barrel going and hitting the target. It's not so slowly goes it. Shoot कर दिया trigger दबा के it just comes from the barrel. In what time it goes and hits, that type of quickly and speedily getting exhausted. है ना. बालावस्था युवावस्था जल्दी खत्म होता है तो वृद्धावस्था घसीट के खत्म ही नहीं होता विथ सो मेनी चिंतास एंड वरीज. And the more they think, the more elongated it appears to be, with all fears again of old age, disease, death. Very funny. So, Ishu Prapata Matra means like the arrow shot from the bow, how quickly it goes and its target, like that is the fastness of consumption or finishing of this youth age. One. Second is Sukhadam. Ishu Prapata Matram is Sukhadam. That Ishuprapata Matra is an example for the Sukha that is experienced in the Yuvavastha. उतना कम से कम समय के लिए होता है. As much the arrow leaving the arrow bend, the bow, going and hitting the target. But Dukkha Bhasuram, the Dukkha in the Yuvavastha is Bhasura. Bhasura means very bright, brilliant, more in quantity, etc. So, सुख सुखदम इष्पापाद मात्रम ही देन दुख भासुरम लीडिंग टू दुख मोर, मतलब छोटे सुख के लिए ऐसे कुछ गड़बड़ करेगा कि सुख तो मिलेगा ही छोटा सा, लेकिन इट लीड्स टू बिगर दुख. I'm not giving many examples. You can understand. One small crime done in the desire of some money or anything, but put behind bars for 2 years, 3 years. That is the meaning of the sukham is ishuprapada matram, but dukkha is bhasuram. Anything you take, to enjoy that bike ride, he just goes in the speed of 120, 30. That is ishumatra prapatam sukham. बट इफ स्लिप हो गया, मानो हाथ पैर टूटा, तो 6 महीने इज इन द हॉस्पिटल, दुख भासुरम. देन द खर्चा व्हिच हैपेंस, देन द सफरिंग टू द पेरेंट्स एंड ऑल. एनीथिंग, द ईटिंग ऑफ द रॉन्ग फूड, that sukhadam hai suprapada matra, but that spoils the body, the food poisoning, then 10 din 15 din again hospitalized and pain, etc. Such things, attachment with the beings and things, expectations unfulfilled, then for years together the dukkha is remembered. That is meaning of dukkha bhasuram. Then so we go daha dosha pradam. दो अलग अलग शब्द है, साथ में भी बोल सकते हैं. दाह मीन्स थर्स्ट, तृष्णा is the dosha is so strong in this yuvaवस्था. Differently देखो तो दाह is तृष्णा, dosha is because of the तृष्णा it makes us the yuvaवस्था lot of dosha karmas, दुष्ट कर्म कहते हैं. So दाह दोष प्रदम, ambitious, desire. Ambition is a positive word I am using, but these trishnas etc. दाह इतना होता है युवावस्था में. भोग का दाह की बात कह रहे. Because of that, he does all the dosha. Daha itself is dosha. Daha makes us do the dosha. Daha dosha pradam nityam, all the time. He is daha, burning inside with desires, and he tries to do something which is dosha yukta outside. Nityam sachayavanam. Oh, that yuvavastha me narochate. I don't want, Baba. Small pleasure, big dukkha. And so much of burning desire inside, forcing us to commit the sins, etc. Such yavanam, I am not interested. Shloka number 12. Now the 13. Apatamatra ramanam sadbhavarhitantaram veshyastri sangama prakyam यौवनम में न रोचते. या तो राम जी सीधा कहते, वेश्या स्त्री संगम प्रख्यम. It is like the Veshya Sangama, only this Yuvaavastha. दो बातें हो. Apata Ramanam. Apata Ramanam means it's a very powerful idiom. It is used in so many places in many of the languages which are born from Sanskrit. They have this idiom in their language as it is. Apata Ramanam or Apata Ramaniyam. Apata Ramanam means what? वेरी माइक्रो मिली सेकंड के लिए ही वो अच्छा लगता है. और आपात मीन्स पतन कराएगा हमको. बिफोर इट मेक्स अस पतन, टिल दैट मोमेंट फॉर सम टाइम इट गिव्स द रमणम. But definitely ends, like I give the example of very speed bike riding. It is Ramanam. But Apata Ramanam means it is very less time, that is, till that fellow doesn't slip down or some brake kind of fails that. Apata Ramanam, very temporary sukha leading to Patanam only. All these addictions are like that. For that few moments, it gives Ramaniyata, but later on, the health it spoils, the organs of the body it spoils, दिमाग को खराब करता है, वो तो टेरेबल होता है. सो आपात रमण मीन्स थोड़े समय के लिए सुख देने वाला. देन सद्भाव रहित अंतरम, because of all this bhogadi, adharmic sukha bhoga vanchaye, antaram, the inner heart is sadbhava rahitam. Never ever the sat positive bhava of goal orientation, positive bhava of the duty orientation, positive bhavas of the value orientation, पॉजिटिव भावास ऑफ स्पिरिचुअल ओरिएंटेशन रहितम, ये होते ही नहीं उसके बाद। सद्भाव रहित अंतरम, दैट इज वेश्यास्त्री संगम प्रख्यम यौवनम में न रोचते, आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन दैट। See how much Lord Rama has thought of, how many ways he is explaining to us. कुछ ना कुछ तो क्लिक करेगा हमको। Then we may say, okay, childhood is not good, I reject it, as you do. युवावस्था में मैं फंसूंगा, अरे उसमें भी इतने प्रॉब्लम है। Don't get attached to any age for the bhoga sake. Whole human life is only for yoga, then you are safe. देखो राम जी ने दूसरे युवा लोग जो कर रहे हैं उसको देखकर उसकी संभावना इन हिज ओन माइंड आल्सो इज सीइंग, ही इज डूइंग द रिजेक्शन ऑफ द युवावस्था। You have to understand, very typical subject. It is difficult to explain, but you can feel what is meant by all these teachings. The teachings are identifying with human body and Yuvavastha, prompted by the powers in it, abilities in it. Let us not be influenced by the world of Bhoga, get lost in it, and do all the adharma and papa with which we regret and suffer. That is the main idea. And the same age, if it is correctly usable and used by us, safe. For that only it's given. Next, ye kechana samarambhaah te sarve sarva dukkhadaah तारुण्ये सन्निधिम यान्ति महोत्पाता इव क्षये। अब देखो भगवान राम तो रुकते नहीं है। Like in this world, as many means of destruction are there, all of them function at a time, at the time of pralaya. Variety of means of distractions जो भी है, all of them at a time work or express in pralaya kala. So what are the means of mass destruction? From the ocean standpoint, the overflowing of the ocean to the earth, all those tufans, floods coming. From the earth standpoint, the variety of our number of earthquakes, bhukampa. From the forest side, the terrible, the davanalas. From the धूल मिट्टी के हिसाब से, the entire धूल मिट्टी coming as bhavandar. This is how the destruction happens. From the wind standpoint, winds blow with the speed of 500 kilometers. From the rain standpoint, not cats and dogs, but buffaloes and bullocks, it will rain. From the sun standpoint, sun comes near and scorches the earth with the heat. महाप्रलय काल में सूर्याग्नि ताप, वर्ष ताप, जल दावानल ताप, भूकंप, then varshadhara, that samudra langar, samudra overflowing, as well as these winds blowing. All of them come at one time only during pralaya. अब ये एग्जाम्पल दे रहे for युवावस्था. Okay, महोत्पाता इव क्षये. Mahautpatas, as they all happen at one time, क्षये means प्रलय काल में. Same way, ये केचन समारंभाः सर्वदुःखदाः. Whatever initiatives, which are the givers of every sort of dukkha, te sarve, all of them, tarunye sannidhim yanti. They come to that youth, stupid fellow, for the human being when he is a youth अवस्था में. सत्यानाश करने वाले सारे चीजें युवा अवस्था में हमारे साथ आते. ये केचन समारंभाः सर्वदुःखदाः. ये केचन सर्वदुःखदाः समारंभाः ते सर्वे तारुण्ये सन्निधिं यान्ति महोत्पाताः इव kshaye, destructive. The smokings, the drinks, the drug addictions, then the chori karna, cheating others, some other crimes which are destructive. All of them come in youth age. सारे एक ही बार आ जाते if the guidance is not there proper. And because all energies are there in that Yuvavastha. सब है, झूठ बोलेगा, चोरी करेगा, धोखाधड़ी करेगा, एडिक्शन में फंस जाएगा अलग अलग. The killings, plunderings, all of that. युवावस्था में ना, द चेन स्नैचर्स, द चड्डी गैंग जो भी कहते हैं आजकल, ये ऑल ऑफ यूथ ओनली. The terrorists mainly, the Maoists, the Naxalites, the drug smugglers, peddlers, the pirators, which are destroying the world and they also will get destroyed in their life. That is why the word used is सर्व दुखदाह. सारे दुख खुद को भी सबको देने वाले. भोगादि विलास का हो, दुर्मार्ग दुष्टता का हो, सर्वे तारुण्य सन्निधि में आते हो. तरुणावस्था में साथ में आ जाते. The other indisciplines of, as we said earlier in the beginning, the disobedience to parents, teachers, elders, never ever studying Shastra, never believing in Bhagwan, नास्तिक, अरे भगवान मैं ही हूँ बोलेगा वो. युवावस्था में तारुण्य सन्निधि में आते, तरुणावस्था में सारे आ जाते हैं. महोत्पात अक्षय एग्जाम्पल, इन द टाइम ऑफ प्रलय ओनली, ऑल द प्रलय क्रिएट करने वाले टेरिबल थिंग्स कम एट वन गो. Other things also, the negligences, the carelessness, excessive tamogunas, irresponsibilities. तमोगुण में युवावस्था में सो जाएगा वो गधा की तरह 8-10 बजे तक सुबह, रात में 2 बजे तक उल्लू की तरह जागेगा, 9-10 बजे उठेगा. दैट इज ऑल्सो सर्व दुखदाह. Shouting at the pitch of the voice, fighting with the parents. I'm able to give some examples. Many you think corresponding to what thought Rama is sharing there. तो ये केचन समारंभाः ते सर्वे सर्वदुःखदाः तारुण्ये सन्निधिं यान्ति महोत्पाताः इव क्षये. Next one is very powerful. हार्धान्धकारकारिण्या भैरवाकारवानपि यौवनाज्ञानयामिन्या विभेति भगवानपि. Bhagavan abhi viveti. Bhagavan is not real Bhagavan. The one who has got otherwise lot of other abilities, capacities, facilities, talents, etc. Such people also भैरवाकार भगवान है, वो भी डरेगा और मरेगा in the युवावस्था. मरेगा means you will end up in doing wrong. What it is? Hardha andhakara karini. This युवावस्था creates the pitch darkness in the hridaya. हृदय को अंधकार में डालने वाला यौवन अज्ञान यामिनी. द युवावस्था नेम्ड इग्नोरेंस नेम्ड यामिनी, द नाइट. Ignorance named, night named Yuvavastha creates the darkness in the heart. Hardha andhakara karini. In the Hridaya Paramatma is there, the true wisdom is there, the unbiasedness are there. बट वो सब अंधकार युवावस्था, वहां जाएगा नहीं. वो जो मनमानी करेगा, जो मन में आया वो करता रहेगा. दैट इज वाई हियर यौवन अज्ञान यामिनी. तो यौवनावस्था filled with an ajnana is like a yamini. Night time, yam is night time, creates hridaya andhakara. And in that andhakara, like very good light is there, we are courageous to move anywhere. When pitch darkness happens, किसी को भी डर लगता है. इसलिए यहाँ कहते हैं भगवान अपि भैरवाकारवान अपि बिभेति. भगवान अपि means who has got variety of values and virtues. यहाँ भगवान मतलब सीधा भगवान डरते हैं, ऐसा नहीं. भगवान अभी भैरव आकारवान अभी. भैरव आकार मीन्स दो इज इन डे टाइम भैरव आकार फेरोशियस. अरे मैं ये करूंगा वो करूंगा इधर जाऊंगा उधर जाऊंगा. ऐसा बंदा भी जो रात आता है तो डरता है कि नहीं. सोटो यौवन अज्ञान अंधकार यामिनी यौवन अज्ञान यामिनी से which creates harda andhakara tamasu, everybody is afraid. So harda andhakara karinya yavana ajnana yaminya bhairava akaravanapi bhagavanapi vibhet. Bhairava akaravan who is otherwise stronger, bhagavanapi who has got otherwise a lot of qualities riches, he will also be afraid. Means what? He has got all the chances of doing wrong and suffering because darkness में सारी गलतियां होते हैं. So very poetic, very sublime are these sayings by Rama. We have to apply our intellect to catch the deep thought. So युवा अवस्था is like अज्ञान यामिनी. अज्ञान का रात है वो, उसके कारण यह रात में अंधेरा ही तो होता है. तो where is अंधेरा? हार्द अंधकार, हृदय अंधकार. No wisdom from within is allowed to come out. No dharma is thought of, no punya is thought of. नॉट इवन ये रे अधर्म ये पाप है रे बाबा मत कर, ये सुनेगा नहीं. वो हृदय अंधकार में है वो. Then he frightens others also, and by doing wrong things, when he has to reap the results, he will also be afraid. So bibheti. Bhairava akaravanapi, bhagavanapi, hardandakara yaminya, hardandakara karinya, yavana ajnana yaminya bibheti. So that is not so healthy or great as it is thought of Yavastha. So then Suvismruta Shubhacharam, from this tomorrow we'll see. Suvismruta Shubhacharam, very nicely, very well forgotten. All the Shubha Achara, good actions, good deeds, good vows or good vratas which are to be done, सब सुविस्मृत अच्छा बोल जाएगा. न मंदिर जाएगा, न बड़ों को मत्था टेकेगा, ना फेस्टिवल सेलिब्रेट करेगा, न गायत्री मंत्र बोलेगा, न कोई भी ऐसा शुभ आचार करेगा नहीं. सुविस्मृत. You will not care them, you will not have time for it. Now see all these millions of technological students and IT professionals. We see their work, tired no doubt, and arrogance with lot of the money gained and indulgences. How many of them? Except few have come from orthodox family, trained by the parents or have gone in their childhood to some spiritual organization. थोड़ा थोड़ा वो भी तब तक जब तक the other गधे उसको स्पाइल ना करें. He will do some शुभ कर्म. करेगा भी तो भी अदर्स मंदिर जा रहे हैं. इस उम्र में मंदिर थोड़ी आते कदे. दे विल स्पॉइल हिम. सो ही वाज गोइंग बेचारा फर्स्ट 2 months एवरी वीकेंड में टेंपल. द रूममेट्स टेल हिम टू व्हाट टेंपल कुछ नहीं. देन ही विल आल्सो स्टॉप्स. ही विल आल्सो स्टॉप. ही मस्ट बी लिसनिंग टू सम महात्मास लेक्चर और वो सब बोलेंगे वो भी छोड़ देगा. ही मे बी हैविंग सम गुड बुक्स टू स्टडी. They say what is all nonsense. When it's old age, you have to do. अरे old age में कुछ नहीं होता रे, except चिंता and worry and a body problem. You can't do anything old age, and people also can't do anything with you. They can't kick you, they can't beat you, they can't throw you away, they can't keep you at home. Very pathetic it is. Why are you postponing all noble activities for old age? People don't understand youngsters. Youngsters postpone it to the old age, and old people's plight is known to all. इसलिए बचपन से अगर बीज है तभी ओल्ड एज में यू कैन बी सोबर एंड डिग्निफाइड in doing something meaningful. Okay, from this tomorrow we'll see. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti. Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Bol Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki Jai. Vaashishtha Vishwamitra. ओम न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तं तस्य भासा. ओम तत्पुरुषं दाशरथाय सीतावरतम. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिन्यो मंगलम. बोल से सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्र की जय। श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि आदि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्य की जय। समस्त ऋषि मुनि गुरु देवता गण की जय। श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास शास्त्र की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। आज के आनंद की जय। नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव हर। सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद। जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय राम राम। अम्बे श्री आदिवरा शक्ति माता की जय। समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापकगण की जय। भारत माता की जय। सनातन धर्म की जय। वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृति की जय। आध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय। Thank you for your patient listening. Hmm, Good.